Elon Musk at it again. The Tesla CEO sends the stock soaring after tweeting that he's considering taking the company private. Here's what he wrote. "Am considering taking Tesla private at $420 a share, funding secured." Fox News judicial analyst Judge Andrew Napolitano is here. And, Judge, we just heard from Porter Bibb. He says he's waiting for the SEC to pick up the phone.
I think Porter's right on the mark, but almost anybody who's familiar with this area of the law would say the same thing. Funding secured means he has to reveal that within 24 hours about what the funding is. You're talking about a tremendous amount of funding. So if you ask me if he's in trouble, the answer is it depends what happens next. Was this a truthful statement? Going private at 420, funding secured. Was it a tease? Was it a material misrepresentation? We'll know the answer to that in very, very, very short order. I suggest to you by the end of today. If we don't know the answer to it by the end of today, the government will move in.
But even if it is true, is it okay to tell that to the 22 million followers you have on Twitter as opposed to the shareholder base?
It's odd the way he did that. I don't see any fraud involved if it is true. It was insider information, but he didn't trade on it. He revealed it to everybody at the same time.
Somebody traded on it. The stock was up 7% before the tweet.
But one other interesting thing, though, this is in some way a test for how you disclose information, public information, because it used to be you put out an announcement, your earnings release on the wires. Well, Twitter's just a wire service, and because all of the television networks immediately pick it up, then that would be, I think, at least.
What about the 7% move going into the tweet?
That was on. There was some information.
That was after. That was 11%. But before the tweet came out, it was up 7%.
It would depend upon what those folks knew. The SEC or even federal prosecutors can investigate on what basis those trades were made. I didn't know about that 7%. Look, this guy's a character. We all follow him. If he, like the president, wants to use Twitter to communicate instead of a more conventional means, he, like the president, will get more of a response and a quicker response.
He's allowed to say this because of the Reed Hastings rules that came out in I think it was 2010, where Reed Hastings actually said something about Netflix, and so the SEC came out and said, yes, that is a public disclosure. Now, the issue that we have, on Twitter. So it's okay to make material statements like this. Even Goldman Sachs now issues their earnings press releases through Twitter.
Simultaneously.
Yes, simultaneously.
With the business wire.
You guys are financial people. I'm the legal guy. Is it conceivable that financing of this magnitude is secured?
I know.
And you don't know the sources?
Well, here's the board. Here's the board. That's the legal situation.
But they were asked repeatedly yesterday, can you give us more information on the sources of funding? And Tesla had paltry little to say about it. And another thing, if it is insider trading, if there was some insider trading going on before this tweet by Elon Musk, that is the easiest thing on the planet to track
down.
Kevin,
how much does he have to raise?
He has to raise over $80 billion,
wouldn't
right?
You, in
at
your
the 420
price in the market, know if he had that? Wouldn't some of
No, you wouldn't.
$80 billion to make the $420 share price.
This would be the largest LBO ever. One of the largest deal ever done was the TXU deal, and it ended worse than the Hindenburg.
Even
Let me just put that out there.
Can't accumulate $80 billion without people knowing about it.
Yeah, of course not.
And don't you have to make that disclosure with a board approval before you go out to Twitter or any type of press?
This is a board decision.
Where's the board approval?
He's a 20% shareholder. He's one vote on the board. The board has to do this, not him. Again, it's unconventional, and it depends what the follow-up is today if it's illegal.
We know that intent is hard to prove. It's easier to prove in a civil court, which would be SEC charges, than in a criminal court. Nevertheless, is the intent to just knock the short sellers out of the stock, hurt the short sellers who are very critical of him?
If the intent is anything other than the stated purpose, there's a fraud. The stated purpose is to tell everybody we're going private and funding is secured. If there's any other intent, there's a serious act.
It's hard to prove intent, though, so that's the biggest. That'll be the biggest.
You infer intent from people's behavior. We'll know his behavior by the end of the day.
Right, of course, but on the shorts, you have to know that 27% of the stock is shorted. Right. So this is a heavily.
And the shorts incense him. I mean, he's very upset about the shorts.
He cut off an earnings call because of the tough financial questions. He doesn't want to be held accountable. That's the biggest issue. There having production line problems. We're having cash flow problems.
And there are people who think this trade was all about sticking it to the short.
But if he thinks that you're not accountable to the lenders who would loan you the money to take the company private, and they're not going to be on your backside 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. He's living in fantasy land, number one. And number two, just real quick, one thing I wanted to point out. If investors really believed that this was a done deal at 420, the stock would have come a lot closer to 420 yesterday. It closed at 379.
Unless it's in a shoebox, it's got to be somewhere. Well, it's got to be a record of
I'll tell you where the $80 billion is in Jeff Bezos' pocket, because that's the only guy that could come in and actually do a deal of this size and lend credence. And we know
Apple could. Well, Apple could buy them.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, Apple could do it. They got $280 billion, but they're just sitting around on it, just letting it collect dust.
So we'll find out today where it is.
All right, we'll see. I mean, our last guest seemed to think this stock is going to go down today because as all of
he thinks this is a fraud.
Well, he says
he didn't say it.
He didn't say that, but he did say that the SEC is going to be calling.
Also,
that's not the way to disclose such an important situation.
This deal isn't going to happen. If the market believed this deal was going to happen, it'd be trading closer to the $420 price.
Yeah, he just said that.
I know. I'm just reiterating because we're showing the stock price right here.
Short sellers are investors too.
376.
And they have rights. Short sellers are investors too, and they have rights, and they will be lawyered up after this.
The SEC can be overbearing, but this is the time for the SEC to do its job.
Yeah, we'll see about that. All right, let me switch gears. Missouri voters rejecting right-to-work union law, banning compulsory union fees. Judge, your thoughts?
All right, so this is a very significant political interest in the state of Missouri. The legislature, a Republican legislature and a Republican governor, enacted a right-to-work statute. Missouri voters triggered a provision of the Missouri Constitution which allows the voters at a referendum to invalidate something the legislature's done. There's only 3 states that permit this. So they needed 100,000 signatures. They had 320,000. They put it on the ballot. It invalidated the statute. So without the statute, Missouri is not a right-to-work state, meaning we're not talking about public sector, but private sector. You go to work for a large corporation and there's a union there. You must join the union. You must pay union dues. You must be subject to the union regulations and whatever bargaining the union has engaged in, whether you want to do it or not in Missouri. The Supreme Court decision on this issue last June was public sector, not private sector. So this augurs very well for Senator McCaskill's reelection because all the Republicans were against it. It passed 67 to 33 yesterday.
That makes sense. All right, we'll leave it there.
Okay.
Judge, thank you. Thank you so much, Judge Napolitano.